afternoon, everyone. My name is David Luvidas. I am a graduate from St. Bonaventure University. I was an HEOP student at St. Bonaventure University, and I'm from Washington Heights in New York City. And a couple things about me is I'm the AVP for Student Success across the street at Alfred U. Been there about five months, and loving it so far because it's, I've worked in HEOP, EOP, C-STEP, and TRIO programs my entire life. And it's exciting to be at that next level of making an impact on the college campus. My fun fact is my son is actually in his last hockey game of the season right now. I still don't understand hockey, but I love to see him skate. And I think Desmond actually said it best. My first obligation in life is to be a good husband and father. But I think even my wife said, you know, hockey will be there. I think today is important for you to go. Because it's what my passion outside of being a father and husband is. So it's to talk to all of you.
My name is Jared Childs. I'm an assistant professor here at Alfred State College. I have a passion for learning, I have a passion for academia and educating people from all walks of life. And got my MBA at Southern Oregon University. Wonderful experience. In a very wonderful Shakespearean environment to be able to bring some arts and presentational skills to the masses. A fun thing about me is I'm also an assistant coach for Olean High School varsity basketball team, and we are starting our sectional title run next Friday, so we're excited to get back up to Buff State and make some magic happen.
All right, so we have about 35 minutes before our next session. So if we could, maybe 3 or 4 panelists per question. We have about 10 questions. If you have something, again, that you want to share, 3 or 4 people already shared, feel free to leave that. The first question would be, tell us briefly about yourself, what you do for a living, entrepreneurial ventures, where you received your undergraduate degree from, and what you majored in and interested in college. Could you just give a little more background on what you started with?
Sure, yeah. So I guess real quick, I went to AU. I was a major in communications with a minor in marketing. Any communication majors here? Hey, let's go. There we go. Love to see it.
One? It's crazy. Only one?
Whoa. All it takes is one. There's only one mic, okay? Anyway, that's what Nas said. So yeah, communications, and that propelled me into residential services. I encourage anybody that wants to kind of, if they don't know what they want to do next, residential services is a great way to kind of get your feet wet professionally and kind of figure out kind of what you want to do. And that just propelled so many things for me, to work at the hospital now, to have my own coaching agency and stuff where I'm doing the work that I'm doing now. And so, yeah, kind of in a quick, that's kind of what I've been doing and just been loving it. Serving and doing stuff in Rochester, which I got to make up. Yeah. Is that cool?
No.
My undergrad was from St. John Fisher, a degree in business with a marketing concentration and a minor in communication. I really wanted to be a reality show cameraman growing up, so I got an MBA from a die in Buffalo. Unfortunately, they closed down, but you know, I enjoyed my education and I got the piece of paper, so I was cool on that. In collective impact, you know, we address structural racism, and so, you know, in order for collective impact to work, you need what's called a backbone. It's the staff that holds everything together. But the RMAPI collective is around 150 people, and so as a collective impact manager, I'm part of the team that kind of holds it together. And you know, we schedule meetings, we make sure action items are being taken. We do a lot of advocacy. So I'll be in Albany March 5th all day for anti-poverty advocacy day. Entrepreneur, I run a freelance videographer business, you know, so I do, you know, content creation or event videography for people. Please follow me on Instagram with the Boys and Girls Club. We take kids out to the woods for a week-long overnight camp. We've done about 7 years. This year will be the 25th anniversary of the camp. I am on the Rochester Builders Exchange Board. I am on the Morrow County Industrial Development Corporation Board, where we review funding and disperse loans to individuals who want to contribute to the economic vibrancy of Rochester and Morrow County. And I'm on the advisory board for the Canandaigua National Bank.
All the boards.
So So as I said, I went to Oberlin College as an undergrad, and I actually was a sociology and world religion double major. There's a lot of story behind that, but I also was a theater and creative writing kid, and I really thought I was gonna go in that direction, but wiser minds pushed me in the direction of following my social justice passion rather than my acting passions as an undergrad. My first job out of undergrad was at a Head Start program manager, and I genuinely thought I was gonna go into social work, but something about that experience inspired me to think that if I went straight into a doctoral program and had the credentials, all these old white men might listen to me, because when I was a 22-year-old in a leadership position, they were not listening to me very well. I don't know that it's better with all my credentials now, but I'm still trying to do the good fight. And I am new to Western New York. I've only been at AU for 2 years, but I am developing local community partnerships. And while these two are doing work with urban poverty, I'm making inroads into doing service learning work with local nonprofits in Allegheny County.
So I kind of just already ran down where I went to school, but if I could tie it back up into a bow, entrepreneurship, why did I pursue it? Why did I go in that route? I'm an educator first. I went to school and did all those things. I wanted to give something that I didn't see to the world, and that was bringing to, so when we talk about poverty and the social determinants of health and those things, when we're talking about that, we don't usually talk about mental health. And so the trauma, navigating the trauma that takes place. Yes, we could have housing, we can provide the physical resources to fill the needs, but we don't usually talk about the mental impact or the scars that are left behind. And so that's the work that I do, starting from being in the classroom and seeing my students not having a desire to want to do their schoolwork. And because I cared enough to ask them like why, and they shared issues that had nothing to do with school, that's what really pushed me to say, okay, I'm an educator, but I'm gonna start this nonprofit on the side, because the system is trying to tell me what I can and cannot teach my students. So I wanted to create a space outside of that so my students can have access to me and I can pour into them. And that's what started my resilience camp. So we take them away out of their environment to start to pour into them and start doing that self-confidence, that self-advocacy building.
I went to St. Bonaventure University again for my undergrad and master's program. So I got had a bachelor's in English, master's in business. And what's interesting, I think I would say, is that I'm in higher ed now, but I always thought I was going to go into the corporate world, and I did for a while. Back in 2008, when the economy went pretty sour, I worked for a company called Morgan Stanley in Brooklyn, and I remember I didn't like my job. I dreaded being on the subway on my way to work. And maybe a month or two before those cuts started to be made, I had a phone call from SUNY Geneseo because of my work as an HEOP student and then an HEOP summer peer mentor and all those jobs. And it was a woman who said, Gabe, would you ever want to get back into higher ed? I think that's the world that I always saw you going into. And I took a leap and I said, sure, let me check it out. And I went up for an interview, got back from my interview, and when I got back, my supervisor at the time said, Gabe, the office in front of us got cut. I think we're gonna get cut by the end of the week. You should start emptying out your desk. And Thursday, we get a phone call. We knew we were gonna be cut. And on the elevator down, after finding out we got cut, a gentleman from Geneseo called me and said, you got the job. So people are here, I'll never forget that. People were like really sad, even though we had a week to mourn before that. And here I am saying, well, I'm moving to Rochester in 2 weeks, see you later. But I tell that story because I think the reason I wanted to work in business so bad is because that's what I always saw as success as a first-gen college student. I always wanted to be one of the people who wore a suit on the subway that went down to Wall Street after I got off of my stop on 86th Street. So I didn't know what business truly meant. To be honest, it wasn't my cup of tea. I like people, I like talking to people, and I'm so glad that I'm in higher ed, and that journey took me there.
So my journey took me, or brought me from Bakersfield, California, born and raised as a little tyke. Wonderful opportunities, but relationships don't work out sometimes, right? So certain people in a family household have to make decisions. So my mother took my sister and I to Paso Robles, California. Always had a passion for learning, even though I wasn't always the best student. You know, we have to learn things as we move, right? So my academic career officially started at the higher ed level at Umpqua Community College in Roseburg, Oregon, where I decided to jump into the fire science paramedic program, right? So wildland fires pop off, we're the first to go, right? House fires pop off, we're the first to go. Medical situation, motor vehicle accidents, we're the first to go, right? So had great experiences, wonderful experiences. Some still burned in my memory that, you know, some that I wish I could remove, but at the same time, great experiences to be able to move forward with and to put in my bank of experiences to always draw back onto or from, right? So had an opportunity to get a basketball scholarship at Umpqua Community College, played 2 years. Didn't really want to finish the medical side of the paramedic program. You know, not my kind of stress, not my kind of lane. I figured out after, you know, a couple semesters. And so Southern Oregon University came knocking on my door to provide me a basketball scholarship. I said, yes, thank you so much. Moved down to Ashland, Oregon, undergrad there, continued my MBA program there. Wanted to stick around because understanding that value, right? Having goals, having idea of putting yourself in a position for when opportunities arise, doors open, you're able to kick that door open and make yourself available, right? So wonderful experiences, made some great relationships, great friends. You know, life isn't always perfect, right? So I always try to tell my students that, you know, proper preparation is key, right? Prepare yourself for the good, the bad, and the ugly, because things aren't always going to go accordingly to plan, right? You're going to have to jump through hoops. You're going to come through to a brick wall that you might have to go around, you might have to climb over. So being able to learn skills on to navigate the muddy waters of life is extremely important, especially people of color, right? So whatever issues you run into, I always practice this concept of thought exchange, right? It can always be worse, right? We always go through things. Everybody in this room is gonna go through things. You're probably going through some right now, right? So for me to be able to get through to the next day, the next minute, the next month, whatever it may be, I always tell my students, I'm not trying to take away from the situations you're going through or the issues you're going through, because they're all tough and they're all individual and they're all independent. But if you could try to find a way to look at the world in a different way and flip it and say, this is an opportunity to get better. This is an opportunity to learn from and to get stronger to be able to move forward and tackle what's next. What's around the next corner is extremely important. So I'm so thrilled to be on this campus with this event and to be able to shed light on concepts, ideas, whatever questions come apart. But my role at Alfred State College is to empower, in my opinion. I want to empower, elevate, and help my students evolve, right? And the people that I get to come in contact with. I advise with the Echelon Executive Business Club. I think it's amazing. Leslie Chavez is in here today, the Presidente, and she invited me on, and just so excited to be a part of that organization, that group, and you know the that she's doing with that club that, you know, attracted me to be a part of that experience is she has that same her peers and stepping up to that level, which I know all you do in your own special way, but a prime example of elevating people around her, which we all need to do, right? We all need to around us to get to that next level and let them know that they can and that they have the ability to be able to make that experience. So many beautiful faces.
So, how would you define the word vision, and why is it necessary to have this skill for leaders?
Well, I'll start. I have to have some idea of where you want to go before you can actually take a step, right? Or so you can have an idea what steps you need to take. For me, I studied psychology in undergrad. Children, I'm like the things that I'm into, they were always there. Like I used to watch Top Model and Tyra Banks when I was a kid. I was never thinking about modeling, not liking my body, trying to seek and find a way to love myself as opposed to go to a negative. Younger, but didn't, you know what I mean? Didn't know. So you have to have vision and not be afraid of taking the step of the vision person. So I don't mean anything by when I say this, but if God gives you a vision, He gave it to you. Thing that you believe in or you want to accomplish, and someone can't imagine it, they can't imagine it because it wasn't theirs to create or to make happen. It's yours. So sometimes you have to know when to protect your vision as well. They don't mean any malice by it. They have probably good intentions, but it's not yours. And if you are a door breaker, if you are an innovator, I promise you, nobody else sees your vision. Confident, like, no, I know I can do this. Let me find all my options. Let me identify every option that I have that could take me on the route that I want to be. People told me, you should be a teacher, you're good with kids, and I tried it, and I hated it. But I love kids, right? And then I stumbled into right? And then you know what I mean? But then I made a social worker that was making money, and she was like, they lied to you. That's a secret, right? And then there's something called social entrepreneurship. What? I don't know. So there's layers, but sometimes one door doesn't open, like if you're afraid to take a step. You have to take the first step first before that new door. If you're waiting to see what all the doors look like before you take your first step, then you're not going to make it.
When I think of vision, it's just literally like almost seeing into the future and being intentional and staying committed to it. And it reminds me of something that I don't remember where I learned it from, where I read it, but if you don't know where you'll be in 5 years, you're probably there already, right? So about being intentional about where you want to be. And I love your point about vision. And kind of in our workshop we talked about come to you, and I got a real life example and just of the reason why you should stick to whatever vision that comes to you, because your experiences it got you that particular point. So my mother, I'm not afraid to. My mother is my best friend. She raised me by herself, so we really close. 8 years ago, and she started a nonprofit down there, and maybe around like October last year, she let me know she wanted to start parenting adult kids, right? So what happens is, how as a parent, because you can do what you want, so she wanted to put this workshop that kind of arms, mothers and fathers continue to parent when their kids are adults. But she wanted to call it F them kids. It was forgive, understand, connect, right? So she had an acronym for it. And I'm like, wow. A foundation wanted to sponsor her event, and she's doing it, I think, in like June or something like that. And it's going to be a workshop. But I didn't see the vision. And she saw the vision, and she's making it happen. So
We see the vision.
yeah. I didn't see it at the time. I was like, man, because you got to put down the grant application. I'm like, we know who reviews the grant applications. So we got to kind of chill and tone it back. But
That's fine.
How many of you are first-gen college students? I think the best example I ever heard about vision, especially being first-gen, line. So it's like, how do you have a vision when you can't see? So it's so I think the important thing about vision is that, and I've learned this over the time, and I just talked about this in my workshop, is finding the right mentors to help you create that vision for you. Like business, I didn't know what business, because the vision that I had was, I wonder what those people do after I get off the train in those nice suits. And it's not a good vision to have. It looks good, but doesn't tell me anything. It wasn't defined. But I found mentors really helped me establish those visions. The people who said, and mind you, if there was a higher education bachelor's, I probably would have done it at the institution I was at, but it wasn't something that really existed there just yet, or still. But there were people who said, Gabe, you do so good in higher ed. And they've been telling me that for years. And it took me years to understand that. But for those of you who are first gen or who are just kind of really taking this on your own, it's find those mentors who can help clarify what your vision should be, and be careful who those mentors are. Sometimes I think we choose the wrong mentors because for the wrong reasons, or whatever it might be. Maybe they just showed you love in a different kind of way, but find those mentors on your campus. They exist on every campus. Find them, make sure that they are guiding you in the way that you at least hope that when you got to college you would be guided, and then help them, or excuse me, let them help you clarify what your vision should be.
Real quick, this question not on the thing, but I just thought about it. So how as a student, could they make themselves desirable to a mentor? Desmond.
Sorry. So he's cracking jokes because part of the work we do, the Inspired House is the agency that I founded after I left Alfred State, and a part of it is to focus on Gen Z, their development, mentorship, and overall mental health and dealing with burnout. And so one of the things I really encourage folk when you're looking on how to make yourself desirable to a mentor, I think you got to keep in mind of two things. There are folk who really want to mentor, and then there are they just want someone who will run around and do all their errands, who won't invest life into you. So for me as somebody, the way I think you go about finding a mentor is, one, you acknowledge what out kind of where you want to be, and then what you do is you start pursuing that. And as you look for mentors, you make yourself available with an understanding of, hey, I'm looking for mentorship, and I'm not looking, I'm gonna say this, charge it to my head and not my heart. I'm looking for a mentor. I'm not looking for a mentor, I'm not looking for a mother. I'm looking for a mentor, I'm not looking for a therapist. Even though if you have a really great mentorship relationship, it is the idea of finding mentorship. You do it by making yourself available. You do it by having a vision and an idea of what you want to do, right? And checking in, and not just take. It's how we said there are they do is take. So if you want to find a mentor, you make yourself available. You make yourself share exactly what your vision is, and come up with a plan. So I found a mentor. His name's Dr. Calvin. I want to understand everything it is about corporate, business, and government coaching, how to affect these, everything else. How do I do that? Here's what I want to do. I will set times and everything else, and I can take on a little bit of work that if you have PowerPoint slides that you're working on, if you need me to proofread it, I'll do that. This stint, but I made myself available because there was a healthy exchange, because he was where I wanted to be and his values were in tune with mine. So I think if you're looking for a mentor, one, you've got to be ready to come in, provide some service, but not be an assistant. It's really a fine line, right? But it's kind of just doing that work there. And as you do that, you're going to show that, oh, I'm valuable. And when you tell me to do something, I do it. If I tell you to read a book, you read it, and you have notes ready, and you're ready to talk about the book. Some of the ways that I've found people are effective at being mentors. And the last part is just putting yourself out there, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I know that sounds corny, but if you don't put yourself out there, how is somebody going to find you? So put yourself out there, share what you did, and share what you're trying to do so that they know it's not some type of crazy project that you don't know what you want to do and you're just looking for guidance, but like, no, this is what I'm trying to achieve. Like my man over here, I'm about to hit him up after, like, hey, I need to understand more about Rochester. I have a vision and an idea, so I'm already going to talk to him after this. Go to the person who you want to be your mentor with that same mindset. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to achieve. Here's what I got thus far, and I'm open book to whatever you recommend. Whatever you tell me to do, I'm gonna do it.
I appreciate that sentiment, and if you would have asked me maybe in December, my answer would probably be different. But this is the headspace I am right now, so I'm just gonna share it because it's how I'm feeling right now. I want to preface what I'm real big on. I don't give advice. I give information for you to consider based on my experience, okay? So, being a person of color, you're gonna always have to figure out or decide if you're gonna try to fit into a box or fit into something, and it does get tiring and exhausting. I have a lot of mentors and people who love and that love me and pour into me. I didn't ask any of them to be a mentor. They saw me doing good work. They saw me being myself, and they wanted to pour into me, and they seen the vision I have for myself and achieve those goals faster. So in an era now where a lot of people's identities are being silenced at the federal level, I think it's now more important to be who you are, right? And I mentioned this on the website and in the workshop. Be who you are, but also be aware, right? And so my advice was to continue to be yourself and go towards your vision. And just to, like I said, I'm a spiritual person and join you or want to help lift you, right? But like I said, if you asked us in December, it might have been a little different. But now I think, while we have a lot of young, future professionals, man, the best advice that I got when I was younger that I didn't listen to was be yourself.
Be brave and be clear about yourself. Because if you are confident enough in yourself to be brave and make yourself vulnerable to people who could mentor you, and it doesn't always work out that they all come pouring at you. Sometimes, especially when you're an undergrad, you need to boldly go into people's offices and talk to professors.
To that, because I also want to acknowledge the people that are just not bold people, that are afraid to walk up to people and may feel intimidated. They have mentoring structures, like programs that are for mentoring that you can apply, and they will match you with a mentor. So if you're someone that you don't feel comfortable walking up in a conference and starting a relationship, you can look up different mentoring programs where they would match you with someone, and there's more structure to it, so then you're kind of meeting you where you at socially, or you're building your relationship skills.
Okay, pretty cool. Christopher, you mentioned social identity. So what impact has your social identities had on the dreams, goals, and aspirations you have for yourself and your community?
Man, the last part resonates with me the most, and I think a lot of people in this room identify with it. I know what the demographics are. There's not a lot of people of color, and I think one of the things that has benefited me, being a black man from Rochester, is I've been able to play in both fields, right? So I grew up in poverty. I grew up in some of the if you Google it, Rochester City School District is, usually on the list of the worst districts in the country. Unfortunately, I'm a proud graduate. But one of the things I've been able to do is kind of bridge the gap, right? So I graduate from one of the worst districts, and I go to a private school, St. John Fisher, where now I'm the minority, right? But I learned how to speak the language. So it's so funny. My wife and I had these conversations because she went to HBCU, and the learning is just different, right? So there's certain challenges that she's facing, not experiencing being the only person, right? That she's going through now in her professional space that I've had at a very young age, going to St. John Fisher. So I think my identity of being a black man and being able to articulate some of the challenges, I know how to put it in a way where either the system or, for lack of a better expression, tall white men would understand, right? So I ran a nonprofit where we worked with some of the students in poverty and had some of the most dire situations. And, the window is closing, and this is just my opinion, I'm hoping I can speak freely. The window is closing on people feeling sorry for poor black communities, right? That's what we're seeing now, right? The window is closing, all this DEI talk. So the work still has to continue. It's still important, and we still have to get it done. But in our fundraising campaign, I didn't come to these men and these foundations and say, hey, we really need you to help these poor kids. It was, hey, your future workforce is still in cars right now. If you plan to operate a small to mid-range business in Rochester, your future workforce is still in college and they can't read, right? Like you have to be able to translate it until, you get what I'm saying? So I think that's as far as being a black man, and I've been fortunate enough to have those experiences, I've been able to bridge and then explain that, to the people in my circle of, this is the only thing that to the system, it's all financial, right? We only really make change, when we hit things at a financial level. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, or it just is what it is. So I've been able to use that, I guess, my identity in that way, of building trust in both areas.
Okay.
I don't know if that answers your question.
Absolutely. Would anybody else care to share in regards to social identity?
We are all a statistic, right? We're all a statistic in our own way, in our own capacity, right? So from my upbringings, from my surroundings, my environments, I always try to be an example. I always try to live life through integrity, right? Trying to do the right thing, even when no one's watching, right? So it becomes inside of me. It becomes natural. It's my bones, it's my foundation. So I don't have to second guess when I'm put into those dilemmas or those situations. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? I already know which way I want to go, right? And sometimes it's not the easiest way. Sometimes it's not gonna give me the money that I want. Sometimes it's not gonna allow me certain opportunities, but I'd rather take the hard way and not worry about looking over my shoulder so I can get some good sleep at night and enjoy that journey, right? So my identity is trying to be that example. And all the environments that I walk in, all the different, from clubs to basketball teams, to when I'm not teaching at Alfred State or at Pitt Bragg University, when I'm substituting at the elementary level, or when I'm substituting at the high school level, when I'm not teaching at either college or university, I'm moving bravely, I'm moving boldly, and being proud of my dreads, being proud of my skin color, and trying to make people, to break down those barriers, right? So when I walk in certain environments or certain rooms or certain circles, and I'm able to express myself in a professional manner, when I'm able to see people's emotions, say like, oh, whoa, okay, you surprised me, and that's needed. Right, and we could be upset about it. Oh, they don't understand and this and that. But regardless, be yourself, right? And be yourself to a fault, right? And so my only thing, if you could take anything away from what I just said, is live through integrity, right? And it's hard sometimes, I know, but trust me, your future self's gonna appreciate it. You're gonna be a statistic in the positive realm, right? Instead of a statistic in the realm that society expects you to be.
One more. So for the entire panel, it's going to probably be our last question. If you could have done one thing differently in college, what would it have been? Okay.
I'll start it off.
I appreciate you, Gabriel.
It won't be one thing.
My voice sweating.
Do a few things. I think number one, learning to talk to people is a skill. It's there are some people who I know, some students who I know who are in college for 4 years and don't talk to anybody. So the more you talk to people, it really is a skill, learning to talk to people. And it's not just on selling them on anything, it's just gathering information, getting to know them. Because eventually, one of the things that I see is senior year when people are asking for references and recommendations, they don't know who to ask. You just spent 4 years on the campus and you don't know who to ask for recommendation. Find your people, that's one. Number two, I would say I didn't use the Career Development Center enough. That is something that I wish I would have done. They really do pay attention, and I think that's one of my regrets. But my number one regret, and it's something that I've learned more since I've left, is I didn't study abroad. And this past summer I took my kids to Ireland, Scotland, and Iceland, which is mind-blowing that my kids got to touch icebergs this summer. And at that age, I was still, well, I was always going to Dominican Republic or Washington Heights, but I see the students that come back from studying abroad, and they come back different. They look at the world different, And these, especially students of color, they see a world. And there's a gentleman, I had a non-traditional student, his name is, he's actually a professor at RIT now, he's a math professor. And he, as an adult, he was 29 years old, he got to go to Ghana for a semester. And before he left, he was, you know, he had some, came back and I'd never seen, you ever seen somebody who looks like they're just floating? Like they're just walking and they're barely touching the ground? When I see his office, he has this big Ghana flag put up, and the reason he said that was he just said, I just got to see the world through a different lens. I saw that my world isn't as tough as it is for some people, but it's in a lighter light. So I think if you have that opportunity as a college student, talk to people, make sure that when you graduate, a valued member of our community. 2, it's again, career development center. You don't have to do it on your own. Go talk to those people. And then 3, see them as much as the world as you can. It's that's what I would have done.
I can go next. I had 3 things. The first one is continue to maintain those relationships, whether it's with advisors, whether it's with friends. Well, the best thing about LinkedIn is this feature. When you go look for an organization or a job, it'll say, you know, you have alumni. And there's so many people that I graduated with that are in like really major like positions that I didn't maintain a relationship, and if I reach out, they know it's going to be because of a job. So I was like, I feel that'd be a little inauthentic. So continue to maintain those relationships. Because, you know, like I shared, 80% you get, you know, that the LinkedIn and the Indeed, you can do all you want, but if you don't have somebody on the inside that can advocate for you, connect the opportunity, it's going to be a challenge for you to find a professional job. It just is what it is. The second thing I'll get into, going over the world and seeing other places and other worlds. You know, I traveled a lot after I graduated, and there's just so many other, like we just look at America as the best and the brightest and the greatest so many things. When you experience other places, it's just different, you know, it's just different. And then lastly, I want to again preface with, I don't give advice, I give information based on my experience. Stay single. No disrespect the old girl, you know what I'm saying, I hope she's doing all right. But if I could do, because that was one of the reasons I didn't study abroad, you know what I'm saying? Men and women aren't going anywhere. You got this 4-year period that'll literally dictate the rest of your life. I promise you, either they'll be there when you're done or they ain't it. You get what I'm saying? I promise you. So if I could, you know, you guys, between the studying, the working, and taking care of family, like, please make that a priority. And then, like I said, the women and the men, they'll come. You get what I'm saying? You ain't gotta try to hold on to one.
That's crazy.
That surprised me. I'm going to piggyback off of what you just said while they're having their side conversation over here. I would actually say, don't be afraid to be alone when you're an undergrad. Okay, now I've lost the whole audience. I would actually agree to stay single. Don't be afraid to be alone. And I wish, because I was stupid and was way too dependent on being in a relationship constantly as an undergrad, and it didn't work well for me. And it caused me to not study abroad, which I deeply regret, to not leverage other opportunities. I would definitely leverage every possible door that's available to you. Explore things, be brave, be fearless if you can, but even if you're not bold, be willing to do it when you're afraid. Because undergrad, you can't get back. And obviously building on the relationships, foster the relationships with your professors, with staff, and with other students. Integrity as an undergrad, because every relationship could be your future career connection.
All right, they said most of the things. And that, what I want to say is, yes, nurture professional relationships, but also nurture the relationship that you have with yourself. Because you're still young. It's like brought up, I thought about like, yeah, I'm still single. I got 4 degrees though. I got all these other things. You know what I'm saying? But some people, is that your choices, they will be more authentic when you know who you are and what you want and what's important to you, and not allow other people. And as you're growing, you might not know that you don't like something, you know, until after the fact. That, oh snap, I thought this was a good thing, I tried it, but I'm not liking it. You don't have to stay in it. You can and change. And I think that when I was in undergrad, I was a first generation college student in a Jamaican household. My mom like expect me to come home, pay the bills, and all that stuff. So in my mind was, did I do this? Did I graduate? And I did all the things they said, except for study abroad. That one, I missed that opportunity. But all the advice they gave me, I could wholeheartedly, no one to support me. And as a grown adult, while everybody's already in their tribes, I have to now. We don't really talk about when we talk about capitalism, gotta make this money, I gotta get this job, but at what sacrifice? So you have to make time to nurture. So if you're a person that likes to Netflix and chill out, we can't be friends, not because you're a bad person, but mentally. Because I want belonging there, so I want a friend to be with someone that's not aligned with me. Now I'm able to have, I understand and being intentional about that. I think we were talking about dadding, becoming a dad, right? And in your adulthood, your responsibilities are going to change, and you're not able to pour into the same spaces as much as opportunity, and it bothers you. Take a moment and reflect, so you can find out, okay, why did it bother me? What does that mean for me? And what is my next step? So you can do it with a clear mind, as opposed to being rushed and forced, and then be 10 years later like, wait, how did I get so? And listen and be more in tune with yourself. So everything else is gonna work out if you start with yourself.
Yeah, I think I'll take an opposite stance on not to have a relationship in college, just to lessons to be learned through some of those beautiful relationships that you have in college, right? And you know, some don't last forever, but that's life with others. And to know what love is, what real love is, and compassion and sacrifices for another human being. So I think it's individual, right? I don't think having a relationship they've made beautiful kids and have beautiful relationships, and it's, you know, they're that staple for and that love hard, right? And enjoy that, because that's something so beautiful and something so special. Young love is beautiful, right? But on that side though, I think it's very important to learn how to be independent before you become interdependent, right? And I think that's key. So
we felt that. All right, so that's going to wrap up our panel. Do me a favor, give a round of a snap. It's called directions. I never said clap. They start clapping. But I appreciate our panelists. I appreciate our panelists though. Thank you guys again for coming out and sharing your information, your knowledge, your wisdom with our students. Another round of we can clap now. And also, this your first time back? Right. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Desmond coordinated this entire conference at one point before he left and moved on. So yeah, shout out my boy. This is his first time back as a. Alright, but now we're gonna move on to the performance portion of our conference. So do me a favor, butts out your seats and head back to the parks.
Okay, I'm a dancer too, so I like to get down. I like to bust a couple moves now. Can I bust a couple moves now? I'm going to. See, that was your part. Can I dance a little bit? Yeah. Can I sing a little bit? Yeah. Can I do what I do? Yeah. Can I make it do what it do? Hey, y'all like to have fun, y'all. Don't mess with me. I'm doing it again. Hey, man. Yeah. Can I get into it? Yeah. I want to get into it, man. Like a sex machine, man. Moving. Yeah. Doing it. I said sex machine, and she felt the spirit. What are you talking about? You like that song? Okay, I'm gonna let you cut it off for me then. Can you cut it off for me? All you gotta do is hit it with the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna be like, no, matter of fact, you gotta do the whole thing. You be like, can I get into it? They be like, yeah. Can I get to it? They be like, yeah. You say, can I cut it off? They be like, yeah. Yeah. What's your name again? Everybody say hi, Ray. Okay, I'm gonna have Ray come up here and help me with this song. Ray, come on. Yeah. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I said, can I get into it?
Yeah.
Can I get into it?
Yeah.
Can I get into it?
Yeah.
Can I count it up?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait a minute. She just went right into a sexy way. You do that one more time. But when the band hit that, we're gonna get down, okay? Here we go. Let's do it one more time.
All right. Can we get into it?
Yeah. I need y'all to do it. Come on, we'll get you down. We'll get you down there. Now I wonder if I can get one more person to help me. One more. I wonder. What's your name, bro? Showman. You seem like you about to cut up. Oh, now the jacket coming off. He done took the jacket off, y'all. Come on up here. Come on. I need you to do this up, I need you to do the same. Can we get into it? Can we get down? And then you ask, can you count it off? You can go like this. You got a little mac and cheese. I ain't gonna do it like that. I know it stopped you in the middle of your eating. No, you couldn't open it yet. Yeah, it's crust. It's okay, you're good now. There you go. I need you to rock this one time. Go.
Can I get into it? Yeah. Can I get into it?
Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hold on. He ready to go. He ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna let you go now. Hey, one thing that I always do, I'm gonna always have some fun. Right? I know I'm here to, now I need you to do that one more time. Watch it. Ooh, look at this shoe. That boy. Church shoes, bro. That boy got on church shoes, bro. Anybody church? That's it? I'm gonna ask that one more time. Anybody go to church? No, I'm gonna find out if you do. God is good? And all the time? Okay, I was checking. Don't mess around and miss your blessing. Come on.
Can I get into it?
Yeah.
Can I get into it?
Yeah.
Can I get into it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If y'all don't make some noise for him, I wanna. What you say? No, you did. What you want to come over here and do with us? Here we go. Go. Don't let me hang out. I'm talking to you, baby. Yeah. That chick with the braids. Come there, yes. One more time. All right, I'm gonna let you live. You did it already. You did it already. So I'm gonna let you rock. One more time. I need that spin, that split, and everything. Bam! 1, 2, 3, 4. start making a little bit more noise. That's okay. I'm gonna be up here sweating. Y'all right? Okay. Somebody gonna make me a plate, or y'all just gonna eat in front of me the whole time? I'm hungry too. Or the chicken's good too. Hey, I went to Alfred University, right? That's across, y'all know that's across the street, so. Only. Do y'all still got like the Pizza Hut and the, no? Dang. Y'all used to have all for food, nothing? No, y'all lying. We used to come over here for everything. Wow, I can't believe they did that. What we got? What we doing? What y'all want to do? Super bad? Y'all got super bad? Oh, which one you was ready for, man? I got the feeling. Okay, give it to me. Y'all ready? Because I do have a feeling. Anybody? We're going to do some more James Brown. 1, 2, 3. I need y'all to sing this baby, baby, baby with me. I'm gonna sing, come on, I need your help now, don't do me like that. Repeat after me, listen. Let me hear you sing, baby, baby, baby. Come on, y'all. Don't be afraid to join me, y'all. Don't do me like that, y'all. Don't do me like that, table back there. People way in the back. I need everybody to try this with me one time, please. Let me hear you sing, baby, baby, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Thank you. Say, baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby. That's the part where y'all clap right there. Y'all see me up here. All right, sometimes it takes me a while for people to be like, all right, bro. You got me up here singing and I'm trying to eat. You want me to clap, you want me to sing, so what? I told y'all we're gonna participate this whole time. So, but you guys are being a wonderful audience and I appreciate it. James Brown was like one of the first black artists with his own. James Brown did. He was independent too. He did all of his own concerts. I think he was one of like the first millionaires. James Brown made a lot. I truly appreciate how much he gave to the game. There'd be no Kendrick Lamar. There'd be no Drakes. Matter of fact, keyboard, can you give it that? Rap scene, anybody?
None of it.
None of it. None of that here?
None of it.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah, do anybody who wears a suit jacket, a suit pants, and a suit shirt, and a do whatever it is, or whatever level you think you're on, when anybody with a microphone, any artist, never be shy to be like me, because you never know what opportunity is in place, or you never know where it can take off, you feel me? So, I want to hear some bars. Can you give me a couple bars? You ain't, you lying, bro, you ain't got no bars? Something you wrote. Do you need a beat? I can have it back in your beat. You gonna do that? Oh, turtleneck rapper too! Turtleneck, bro, stop playing with me. He said, no. Are you not gonna be there when your man needs you? Wow. Let me get another microphone. Hold on. Huh? You gotta come over here because it's gonna stretch. You're here for emotional support, bro. If you don't grab this microphone and do what y'all do, come on, man. This is your chance. Everybody say, come on, fellas. I saw we get out of the state. I saw we get out of the state. Yo, say we get out of the state. You gonna make me break it? Come on. Tell them they trying to walk off like you did something. Okay, watch that. Keep that beat going. You rap a little bit, you don't rap nothing. Hold on, man, hold on. What's your favorite artist? Who you like? What do you got? You know my joint off the 11-11? 11-11. Summer too high. Or tell me who. What you want to do? What Chris Brown you got? Wait, new Chris Brown or old Chris Brown? Old Chris Brown? It was about 5 minutes ago, but I seen you had a shit that I've never seen before. I see you and the theater, and second love is not the way to go. You can't problem, spinning for some minute, moving pizza, kind of stopping. I should have talked about a smile. Where that? I want about a smile. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. Don't quit on me. I saw you from across the room, and I got it with me that you got my attention, baby. Come on. I would like to keep you here with me, oh baby. Hold on, y'all know this part. I can be in your eyes. So many things I want to tell you. I think that I should start. Don't be scared, baby. Come on. Don't be scared. Come here. You got the microphone. Come up here. Don't be scared. You know artists that, oh, wait a minute. She needs some help. Come on. Or you, yeah, there you go. Oh, shit. They come, they go. Y'all better. You don't have to come up here and watch you want to do. First, what's your name, baby? Say it in the mic.
Kiara.
I'm about to get her like, do y'all sing? Or do you actually sing though? You can't sing a little bit? She said I'm a psych major. Can you model for us?
Yeah, what are you about to sing?
Okay, I need some, give me a song. SZA, what song? I don't know SZA. What's for Usher? And the, you had me feeling like she's ready to blow. Oh, watch out! Oh, these are my models. She was soon to come get me. So I got up and followed her to the floor. Get me, yeah. I get so caught up, that's what she told me. That gotta be on me. Next thing I knew, she was all up on me, singing, yeah. Sing it! Let's drink, you the one, please. Ludacris still cut like double. You can do it. The kind of game. Hey, I can still caught up. That's what she told me. Yeah. Hey, I just that girl. Did the best before. I knew she was all over. Take that, rewind it back. They got to make the booty go. Rewind it back. Hey, stay booty go. Take that and rewind it back. These girls got to make the booty go. Take that. Hey, let me see you do the A-Town Storm. Do the A-Town Storm. Do the bus up. Do the bus up. Do the bus up. Do the bus up. Thunderclap. 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 Hey, rock away. Rock away. Rock away. Rock away. And go. Now, when I was here, we had a lot of Caribbean. We had some Latin. Everybody's here. A-M, Jamaica, I-C-A. Now y'all know. Some of them say, handsome never die. All done ponder about the vibe, but they keep them in the street. Just give me the trees and let the dog get ya. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna have you over here singing about weed. Every day we be burning up. Sun got pulling on them diamonds, all we got is energy. Legalize it, time to recognize it again. We be burning up the city. Sun got pulling on them diamonds, all we got is energy. Legalize it, take it slow. I don't know the words, I'm just making it young. What else we got? What else we got? You know what? I'm gonna take my last couple of shots. My favorite one though. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump, but now, not too late, not too late, now, not too late, not too late, not too late. give some of these people some of these lovely door prizes that we've got. For just a few moments.
That's okay. You better interrupt me because I can go all day. We was just about to get into. Well, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna give away some song. Yeah. I'll be blown. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, y'all. So we like to first of all thank you all for being here, and it's just an amazing opportunity during this conference. Is we love our door prizes. We love the ability to be able to not only give something back, but ultimately be able to bring something in here before we get into the space where we have our keynote. Now, a little are in Black History Month. And as part of that, we get a little bit into that. We're like, okay, we did our Black History Month. After some of your questions are too hard. So I picked out a few, not too hard, some that'll help us to help distribute some of these lovely prizes that we have. Now, Ms. Melatonin. So we're going to talk about this in the sort of situation where I got a couple questions, and if you get close to the answer, you get the answer. We'll allow you to choose a prize. Now, at this particular moment, I don't know whether we want to pick and choose, if we want to, sort of say, what are we going to go with first? I think the last thing. We're going to hold that off a little bit. But with the prizes that we've got a 40, I believe that's a 40 AirPods. Let's see. We got Switch Lite. We got real good sort of stuff. So I got my list. I figure, so I'm gonna start. We start with the AirPods. Okay, let's start with that. I'll even make it. Yes. You raise your hand, and I'm going to ask for one of my assistants to come up here so that I don't have to, I don't have to fight too hard. Like, who had their hand up first? But here comes the lovely Ms. Zanate.
Des was having such an in-depth conversation, I know that Dr. Parker brings a lot to the table. There you go, sir.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Doing good? Good. So we are very blessed to have this opportunity to extend it to y'all in regards to professional development, in regards to culture, in regards to recognition of Black History Month, right? And making sure that we provide opportunities for our students. I won't take very long, but this is a privilege and honor. Let me repeat that. This is a tour to come give y'all inspirational speech, something that will definitely impact your life. This man has truly impacted me. You look at your personal life, you look at relationships, you look at life lessons. All of these things have all of you didn't get to go to every single one of them, but some commonalities and themes that I was able to grasp is you need mentorship, right? You definitely need that in life in order to, in leadership, to go to another support system, right? So not only one person, but a group, a family, folks on this in this planet that will help you to throughout life, right? Through your obstacles, through your successes, to motivate you to get to the next level. And when you have some bright ideas, tell you to, right? You got some other ideas and be like, hey, listen, kind of let's hold this back a little bit. Let's rework this to get you to where you need to be, right? Understanding that time is one of the most valuable things that we have, right? And how you utilize that time and intentionally sow that into the student's life. Because back when he was a resident director here, there's nobody, I thought I was popular on campus and I had students in my office time and time again, but this man probably wouldn't leave his office till like 9, 10 o'clock at night as a resident director, impact that he had, went on to be super successful, went on to multiple degrees. He has helped and inspired a lot of lives as his time here on this planet. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Mr. Dr. Stephen D. Harper.
Can y'all hear me? People in the back. I see Stephen back there. Stephen was a student when I was here. All right, I need one person from whatever table to read the title out loud in your proudest of today's keynote. Anybody, go ahead. Okay, now can you stand up and say that again?
Yeah. Your place on the world, a chance to be Dr.
That's right. That's right. I want y'all to sit in there for a moment. I want you to sit in there for a moment. We may feel like we are the world. Sometimes we might and feel like we are the world, and we are not part of the world. So today, we're going to get into some deep components, and I'm hoping that you leave from here today with a little bit more loving, not from me, but from the folks around you, and then you might sprinkle me in a little bit. Let's see if we can get this working. They took that other mic. That's better, ain't it? That's better. See, I knew it was better. Take a look here, y'all. Many times, folks think through, y'all heard about these land acknowledgements? Y'all heard that? Shake your head, yeah. You could blink at me real fast, too. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. I'm a licensed therapist, you ain't got nothing wrong with you. Okay, I got you. To that end, I'm gonna read this here. moment of silence. And I'm not gonna say anything fancy as it relates to our American Indian citizens on this land. We're just gonna look at a fact here, right? We're gonna look at a fact, and then I would ask that we take a moment of silence. Y'all, when European settlers arrived in the by 1900, there was an estimated population of under. There can be no hope of change if people do not try. True in policy, on the left and on the right. We must grow beyond labels, rise above. If we are to find true justice, first, we must find love. It's not a place for you to believe, and it's not a place for you not to feel. So today, y'all, I'm gonna give you clear steps on how to reach your goals while maintaining a health. Okay, that's all right. I ain't taking y'all to church because I ain't no preacher. So let me show y'all something. There are 3 things that I think is extremely important. This thing might go real fast, but don't worry about it. There's 3 things we're gonna talk about today, y'all. The first thing is focus. Okay, raise your hand if you feel like you don't know how to focus. Raise your hand if you just don't know what focus is. I'm with you. I felt like that, right? We got first years in the house, first year students, second year students, third year, fourth year, fifth year, graduate students. We got faculty, staff present, executives. That's what I'm talking about. Good. So we're gonna learn today. Many times people tell us you just gotta focus, right? So you gotta focus, just focus. But that's challenging. So y'all, I identify as a transdisciplinary in the world. Not only am I a social worker and a psychotherapist, I've also served as an executive over universities doing anti-racism to do the work that we're gonna do today. And y'all gonna get it in about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes. So today we're gonna focus. And if you thought you were gonna sit and look at me, you not. What I want you to do is I'm gonna have you follow me. And I'm gonna teach you today how to focus. Into me. It's just us in this room today. And you ain't come to look all pretty and stuff, y'all look good. But y'all came to learn something and take something from today. Before I do that, tell me by show of hands, who feels that they're focused right now? Raise your hand if you're focused right now. Big hands, big hands. Okay, all right, we got some folks. Who feels like they're not focused and they're a little tired? A little tired. I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna use my Chicago, Illinois, North Side voice. Y'all ready? Oh, come on now. Y'all came here. Everybody got their hands out? We on the same page? Now, I want you to take your hands, place your palms to something. Your thumbs should be at your chin. Y'all following me? I say stop. And my name is not Simon, it's Dr. Parker. So no matter what I say, when I ask this lecture, all right, where does your thumbs have to be? At your, I can't. And we are going to push as hard as possible. 3, 2, 1, push. As I'm standing in front of y'all. Y'all see, I went to St. Cloud State University. It was a university in front of thousands and thousands of people. I thought I was fast, kinda. Same boat though. So I'm not shaking because I'm scared. I'm shaking because I'm really pushing. And I need y'all to make sure, yeah, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Now when I tell you to relax, because I'm gonna say Dr. Parker said, Simon, my name is Dr. Parker. Push. Push. Put your hands down, Dr. Parker said so. If you can. If you breathe in just a little harder, I want you to nod for me. If you felt that blood rush, we are focused. It's called somatic. You are focused. You're sitting in your room called progressive muscle relaxation. It is a focus technique out of the therapeutic discipline. I dare you again. I can guarantee you will focus just a little harder. Folks feel focused right now, right? It is challenging many times for us to focus because many times, my second point, the body and the soul. And I ain't talking about James Brown. My brother was up here getting it. And connected to our minds, we're on point. Tired, a little bit more smarter, and a little bit more happy. Y'all ready? Has anyone ever had a headache? So, all right, hands down. Anybody an athlete in here? Was an athlete? Okay, if you know what butt lock Monday is, stand up. Butt lock Tuesday, stand up. When y'all know when y'all swimming and y'all can't breathe, but they be telling y'all to keep going, but y'all really ain't breathing nothing. And y'all know. Yeah. That's a bodily experience. But I bring you back to track and field. I was a runner. And as I'm running, I remember coach saying, "You got this, Parker, you got this." Nothing in me. But I was exhausted. My body was exhausted. So I did 8 400s around the track as fast. I wouldn't know, you know the people that be throwing up and stuff. I took pride. I just went and just kept going. Okay? But my body was tired. That won't go away, and you got an assignment to do, but you can't get it done. And we kind of know what bodily fatigue is, right? What about soulful fatigue? Anybody ever feel like your spirit tired? Now, I ain't talking about religion. I'm just saying you are completely depleted. You crying for no reason. Anybody ever cry for no reason? Raise your hand. Yeah, y'all were soulfully tired. Y'all were soulfully tired. It's over. Both his hands went up. He really tired. Okay? So let's think about this. If we can't focus, we're at university. We can't focus. Our minds, bodies, and our souls are tired. Then how do we show ourselves love? Anybody got a cat in the room? A dog? Something in your room that you weren't supposed to have your first kid? To that end, you had to feed that thing, right? But have you ever been so tired that you were like, just hold on. Just hold on. No, she's like, I fed my cat. That's what I'm talking about. Asked me, I was focused. Right? And I could not define the terminology. Y'all think it's cold here? Who think it's cold in New York? Raise your hand if you think it's cold in New York. Anybody born in Wisconsin? What about Minneapolis and where? And New Hope. What you doing in New Hope? Don't go to New Hope. Live in New Hope? Okay. Oh, 2 over here. Went to Minnesota. Anybody else went to Minnesota before? Where? Minneapolis. Coldest places in the planet. Minneapolis. Coldest places in the planet is this place called Bemidji, Minnesota. It was negative, where it said negative like 50. I went outside. And I felt, right? Y'all here, and it's cold, and you don't want to walk. I live in Bratton Hall. I was the RD over there. We was the best when I was here. But you know that and somebody just broke up with you, your cat ran out your room, so now you gotta write up. I wonder how you define love. Oftentimes, when I give this keynote, I ask people to define us, helping us, educating us, to tell us the definition of love. We're gonna hear that again because I like that definition. And then I want one. This is where IT is supposed to run to them. Your energy is beautiful, that's why you did it. You're welcome. Okay, so I thank you so much. Give her a hand and applause, y'all. Okay, stop. Now I want y'all to give her a round. 3 months. Hands down. Y'all need to go and think about where that just came from. I promise you're gonna find our roots are us. And I ain't talking about toys. Nobody got that. I love what you just said. You talked about individuality, and then you also person, but remember it's not about bravery. Go ahead, my sister.
I think love is a choice.
Well, it's a
I
choice.
think that although certain days you don't feel like loving yourself or loving somebody else in a marriage, you decide to stick by your side and by their side.
Okay, we talk about partnership again. If you believe that love consists or could. Come on now, y'all. Don't act like y'all ain't never tell your cat you love them. Okay, good. Thank you. Again, we're not talking about an individualistic society. We're talking about love is defined as a couple or more. Go ahead. Oh, come on, you gotta stand up. Love. Oh.
For me, I think I would describe
Wait a minute. Is that crutch for you?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So you love me. You love me. You just stood up. Go ahead.
I would define love as being an entity of its own. It doesn't really have a meaning. It's just kind of there.
Okay. Oh, folks in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we got somebody did snaps now. We got to do snaps. Give our sibling a snap. All right. Anybody else want us to define love? I got 2 more people here. Let's go, and then we'll hit you.
Someone who loves you on the worst days.
Oh, give me more. Come on, give me more. Give me your presentation voice.
Someone who loves you on your worst days.
Okay. Another. Thank you. Next.
I feel that love is when you give someone your all even when you're at your worst, and you put everything that you have into them, and they would do the same.
Okay. Right? It's more than one. It's binary. It's plural, right? It's not singular. Is that what I'm hearing? Love is more as well. Can we say yes to that? Can we all nod our head a little bit? Because people, our siblings around these tables are living in this thing we love. Now let me help out a little bit. What if I said love is more simple? If you're wearing a watch, stand up if you can. If you're wearing a watch, stand up if you can. And every time your particular watch changes a second, I want you to say tick. Here's an example. Tick, tick. Go. If you don't, you better think about it. Ready? If you see ticks, I need you to say tick. Or be louder. If y'all hearts were running like y'all watching, somebody ain't gonna be living. Somebody said tick, 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 tick. No more apple. No more apple. All right, y'all sit on down. Y'all sit on down. If you're writing or you're taking notes, I would love for you to write the definition of love. Again, you can quote in a keynote. If y'all didn't know, y'all can quote keynotes in your academic works. Did y'all know that? Yeah, y'all could go and put it in a paper. It's pretty cool. Love equals time. That's it. You were made through, say it for me, time. Now I need y'all to say it again. The way that you got here was through time. The way that you live is through time. The way that you study, the way that you focus is through time. The way that you have a mind, body, and soul is through time. Now only half the room believes that. Everybody else think love is unconditional. We talking after this, I know. Connect somatically our minds, bodies, and soul. And to ensure that we leave with some sort of definition of this word we call love. Because if you don't define, we'll be more fatigued in life. And you also may find that it may make it hard for you to, anybody? Nobody? Yeah, 3 people put it together. That's good. So, a speech to my young siblings. Say to them, say to the downkeepers, the sun slappers, the self-soilers, the harmony hushers. Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. You will be right, for that is the